my brother, my sister, if you're not going to reach out to people with humbleness, they're not going to want what you have.
Yeah, subhanallah.
And that's the reason why you don't have to be a graduate from somewhere to be accepted as a messenger. To the degree of the knowledge you have. Sometimes you find people who are graduated have a bit of an arrogance sometimes. They think, I'm this, I have a PhD, I have an MA, I have this, and you guys don't, and who are you to talk? Sometimes Allah may not accept those who have big, big degrees, I always tell people who love to talk about bid'ah that who knows, perhaps this baccalaureate is a bid'ah, perhaps the MA is a bid'ah, the doctorate is a bid'ah, perhaps, who knows? It might fall under that according to some people's interpretation of it. And the fact that I have it, you have it, doesn't necessarily make you an alim and doesn't confirm that you're a jahil. It's got to do with a lot more than that. May Allah forgive us. Wallahi, there is not much time, but if I were to say a lot of things, I think people would take from it. You will always have the jealous brats, no matter who. Shaitan is the one who drives that. So you excuse them. You will always have people who correct you with love. You listen to them. You always have the genuine people who care for you. You appreciate them. But then you have the swipers. And then you have the people who target you. And then you have the people who don't know you and they think, what on earth are you doing? You have the people who think you're out there to make money or to gain fame. And that's not it. If you were to ask me about how, and that was one of the things you were saying, we want to know who's behind the Instagram. How it all happened. It was just a miracle. I can let you in on something very interesting. In one of the masjids back at home, where I was the imam, also on a voluntary basis, I've never taken a penny in terms of salary for what I've done for the sake of Allah, for the deen, for teaching Islam. Not a penny. Whether when I was an imam, when I was teaching the children alif and ba, when I taught, when I lectured, never, not a penny. The income is absolutely separate from the work of the deen that's being done. So I was teaching and so on. And then the same people who asked me to come in were the same people who started hassling and harassing. And at the time, I didn't know any better. But I ended up leaving and going elsewhere. Went to South Africa, went to a place, did this. The radio stations were involved at the time. Later on, the television stations. I got a lot of flack. I was called big names, going as far as kufr, at the time. And I was very young and I learned very early that you got to ignore this. It will happen. It will keep on happening until the day you die. You have to ignore it. You keep going. Wallahi, brother Musa, if my plan of my life had gone ahead, I would not have been where I am today. But because Allah blocked my plan more than 20 times, He took me to a place where I would never have dreamt I would be.
Subhanallah.
So when Allah blocks your plan, thank Him. He's got a better plan for you.